It does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the Nutraverse, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There's just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new immune tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to, like, you know, try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint & Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products for me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super, super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit. And get you some glasses from Firmoo. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another Married at First Sight review, y'all. All right, so I just want to let you guys know that in order to lighten my load, because Queen Sugar is not a video that you guys watch that often, I'm going to be only commenting on Queen Sugar on the Ladies First panel, which is every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Paige meets with Chris so that they can play basketball because they're starting over and they're trying to get to know one another and spend time with one another as if this relationship is going to work out and Chris is going to turn into a good guy or something. Like, I don't know why we're going through this. I don't have high hopes at all. My hopes are so low to the damn ground, they might as well be called concrete. Okay, so he mentions that she's late when she gets there, which I'm like, are we really doing that? Because sir, just you've done everything to make this process terrible. So I'm gonna need for you to just chillax. Okay, so after they finish playing, they talk about his first engagement that Paige heard about through the pastor. And he was 20 years old then, and he really wanted to be married like he really wants to be married now. He seems to be a serial fiance, or finance, as I like to call him, okay? He doesn't want to tell her how long he and the girl were together because he obviously rushes these relationships, okay? He probably was with her for less than a year and decided to propose to her or something along those lines, because otherwise he would have said, you know. And then the fact that it's like, you're my wife, but I'm not going to give you that information. Like, y'all throw the whole Chris away, please. And then he says that she ended up leaving him eventually because he tried to make it seem as if they both left each other at some point. And I was just kind of like, sure, Chris, that's the story every time, ain't it? But he says she ended up leaving because she was advised to leave him since he was not financially stable. And I just kind of feel like, sure, that was the only reason. Give me a break. Paige appreciates that he showed up and that he's spending time with her, okay? And she just feels like they need to meet in the middle. And I'm like, is that what you guys are doing? Meeting in the middle? Okay, hold on to that scene. I'm going a little bit out of order. I normally go couple for couple, but they kind of broke things up, and it made me want to do my notes a little bit more by the episode, okay? Clara, Ryan, Eric, and Virginia go on a double date, and Virginia says that they told each other that they loved each other already. They're gushing over one another, you know, fronting like their relationship is better than everybody else's, especially Clara and Ryan, who have not had sex in the entire month that they've been married. And even though she's always acting like everything is great, I feel like they don't even have a lot to talk about. They don't seem to have a lot in common. Whenever we see them together, it's just like, yeah, everything's great. And that's just because the cameras are around, because I don't see where it's great. I don't see it at all. He seems disinterested, and I'm wondering, are you just not that into her, Ryan? Just admit it. But stop wasting our time and, you know, stop giving the old girl, you know, a blue clit, for lack of a better term, okay? But y'all know this made Clara feel away when Virginia was talking about how amazing everything has been, okay? Clara mentions that by the 6-month mark, if he has not told her that he loves her, she's out. I'm not going to continue to do this, okay? I'm just annoyed that they even paired them together, you guys. She has love for him, though, and he just can't seem to fathom those words for her. He says they are working towards it. They're always working towards it. And I don't know what's going to have to happen in order for him to feel like they love each other. They go take a helicopter ride for their 1-month anniversary, and he calls her pal. I was like, not pal. Like, just continue to dig the friendship knife even deeper into my vagina. Like, I hate, you know, to give you that visual, but that's what it feels like. It's so painful to watch this girl be horny for this dude and him give her no action whatsoever, and then continue to friend zone her and friend zone her and friend zone her. And then we have no idea what's going on in his mind because he's not exactly expressive of his emotions. You know what I'm saying? But either way, they go on this helicopter ride. They have a really good time. And she acts like everything is fine at dinner. Everybody else throughout the episode, they're having these conversations where they're looking back on the last month of their relationship. How are things going? What are some things we can work on, you know? And their relationship is just not in that place. It's not in that place at all, you guys. They're literally just sitting there. They watch the wedding video. Oh, they're both smiling. It's so cute. But they just sit there. And they don't say anything. And there's no forward movement, no more understanding, no feeling of closeness. And it makes me upset with Clara because I feel like these are the times that you should be saying this shit to him. You're saying it in the confessional. You're saying it to the other girls. You're saying it to the producers. Are you actually vocalizing to Ryan that this is not enough and what he is doing in the relationship is not enough for you? Or are you so scared that you're going to ostracize him or push him away that you're just staying quiet and acting as if everything is fine to suit him and his emotions? Bad way to start a relationship. But hey, she'll figure it out. Moving along. So the girls, except for Virginia and Clara, so that's Brianna, Paige, and Haley, they meet up, okay? Vincent and Brianna are giving Virginia and Eric vibes, okay? Everything is great. We really love each other. When I'm having a hard day, he just comes up with his arms open and, you know, give me a hug. And he's very emotionally supportive. And Paige is like, that's so amazing that you have someone that's like, you know, supportive. Like, that's really great. And it's just like you can hear the sadness and the want in her voice, okay? Haley says that things are good with Jacob, but they're just having issues because she doesn't understand him. He'll make these jokes that no one else knows is a joke, and it'll make everyone feel uncomfortable. And I'm just like, no, bitch, you don't get his jokes. I think Jacob is hilarious. Like, I don't know what type of intelligence or social, you know, acumen that you need to have in order to understand dry sarcasm, but I feel like there are enough shows out there with dry sarcasm as the main attraction, especially in white people world, okay? Like, for instance, How I Met Your Mother. Like, it's one of my faves, okay? I never got into that friend shit. I know y'all like that. They bored me. How I Met Your Mother is a better, funnier group of white friends to me. So, like, there are shows out there. And I'm sure there are so many other shows that I'm not even thinking of in this moment that have dry humor as a part of a personality or as a part of the main attraction of the show, what makes it funny. So it's annoying to me me that she acts as if she doesn't understand him. We're watching him on the show and I can hear that he's being funny in a lot of the shit that he's saying, which makes me feel like the issue is really with her and this whole, you know, I usually connect with people very easily. It's bullshit. You think you connect with people very easily, but you probably annoyed them or weirded them out at one point or another. Paige talks about Chris buying his baby mother a car because she got in an accident 6 years ago and she's been ride sharing since then. And he didn't want the mother of his child to be ride sharing. So he bought her a car in advance so she can get comfortable with driving before the baby comes, even though allegedly she's 6 weeks pregnant, 7 weeks pregnant, whatever it is. But, you know, very early on in the pregnancy. I feel like whenever Paige shows up to tell everybody else what's going on with her and Chris, she continues to make herself look dumber. Brianna has a moment where she's like, this is bullshit. He's on bullshit. And I don't understand why she continues to make it, you know, shake with him. Let it go, honey. He's playing you like a soybean burger, bitch. Let it go. Yeah. Paige is wondering if she is in love with the idea of marriage more so than the person. And I'd like to say, I think so. You don't know him. You don't know him. So yes, honey, you're definitely in love with the idea of marriage and what it is. But I'd like to tell ya, you know, as someone who is married, I get it because it has its great moments. Like in a pandemic, my favorite person is here with me already. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in the same house together. We enjoy each other's company. You know, I have a lot of orgasms. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But it's not always easy. In fact, it's very hard. And I hate when people say it's not, you know, it shouldn't be hard to be in relationships. I'm like, first of all, it's not hard to be in love with someone. No, the love is easy and free flowing out here to the point where it's like, you need to pull it back a little bit, bitch. Okay. So I know for a fact that there's a difference between loving someone and making a marriage work for both people at all times. And it's very difficult and it has its ups and downs. Okay. But ultimately, if you really, really love the person and if they give you a lot of orgasms most of the time, then you'll try to fight for it until you get to the next moment that is illuminated and lifted. And it makes you look back on everything you've went through as if, damn, we made it through that and the bond is now stronger. And that happens several times in relationships and throughout marriages. Okay. That's what they tell me. Okay. So yes, I feel like not only are you in love with an idea of marriage, you're in love with the wrong idea of marriage, not a real one. Because if you were, you'll be trying to find the most amazing person that you can find, a person that you have like just so much compatibility with, that you love spending time with, that you have a great connection to. They make you feel like you're beautiful no matter what. Like you want to be with someone who you can feel comfortable around, but who still has, you know, something about them that lights fire for you. Okay. So trying to make things work with a person that you don't have any of that for seems pointless to me. Or a person that doesn't have any of that for you, Paige. It's a waste of your time and your energy, my love. And it's so sad. So Haley Jacob and her friend, because she has a homegirl, come over and do a card reading for them. And the reading is opposite of what Haley thought. You know, her friend was like, you guys have a lot of compatibility. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's some things that are like, you know, creating issue, like maybe roadblocks. Haley likes to control things, right? Right. So yeah, but you guys have a lot going for you. Okay. Later, they go on a date and they go through their wedding book, and Jacob gets upset when he looks back on it and realizes that when he went to kiss her, she was pulling away from him. You know what I'm saying? That made him feel away. She thinks that they could continue to try, but he feels like, what else can we do that we haven't already done if you're not attracted to me? And that's what looking through the pictures reminded him of, that you weren't attracted to me when you first met me. And he expresses to her that it's very hard for him to try to woo her when he keeps going back to, she's not attracted to me. So I don't even know what to do that would be attractive for her. And that's what wooing is, being what a person is attracted to and what they want. And that's not always easy if there is no attraction. You know what I'm saying? And he also feels betrayed by the fact that the first 3 or 4 days that they were together, it seemed as if they had a connection. They had sex. Everything was going fine. And then she pulls back and she's like, I apologize for that a million times. And it's like, yeah, you did apologize. But at the end of the day, you repeat the behavior over and over again by making him think that everything is okay and then hitting him upside the head with your issues and your problems with him. As if, you know, I'm still not attracted. I still don't want to touch you. And then he mentions how there's a lot of disgust when they do their daily hug. And he's like, it's a hug and you put all this weight on it. She's like, what do you mean I put weight on it? He was like, it's a hug. You hug strangers on the street and it's fine. But me, it's an issue when you're uncomfortable. And she's like, yep. And I'm like, see, that's the problem. That's the problem, bitch. That's the problem. Nobody wants to try to make it work with someone who they feel is disgusted by them. Not anyone with any type of self-esteem, Haley. Take the L on this one. I know that's hard for you to do because you want to always try to figure out a way to have the last word or make him look like the bad guy. But the truth of the matter is you're not being honest with why you're not attracted to him, just like he said. And it makes it hard for him to figure out what to do in order to fix it. But he doesn't know what he's doing wrong half the time. And to be honest, I feel like she either doesn't want to say what it is. I've said this time and time again. It was either bad sex that she can't get over, or she's a nut. Like, she's a nut. I really do feel like she's a nut either way. Be honest. Because you act like you're this honest person, but you're really not. You already hurt his feelings. Just say what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like constant torture on the slick to try to work it out with someone who is repulsed by you. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me feel bad for Jacob because I really do like him. He's like one of my favorite people on the show because I do think he's hilarious and I think he's accommodating. And I like geeky men that can build shit and have enough money to add in a pool and a sauna and a gym and a specialized 80s room. Like he would love my Miss Pac-Man game. Okay? Okay? So I think that Haley is the weird muck in this situation. Me. But, you know, I could be wrong, child. That's what they tell me. They tell me I be wrong because I don't be knowing. So sometimes, you know, it is what it is, y'all. But he basically said they just waiting a divorce. Slow death until they divorce. That's what it is. So, y'all, Virginia and Eric go on like a little get-together in a park to eat. And she doesn't want to live at his place. She expressed this to him, okay? That she wants them to get a place of their own, but she doesn't want to move into his place. And she does put the blame on his dogs, but I feel like it's her trying to keep hold of some autonomy in the situation because he already has this control issue. You know what I'm saying? He even tells her that, well, you know, I'm not going to live at your place and anybody that wants to be with me is going to live with me. So, you know, if you don't want to do that, you can just go on and live wherever you want to live. But, you know, I'm not going to live anywhere else. And he seems to think a compromise would be her just moving in with him until they're able to buy another place. And then he keeps talking about the process of buying another place and selling his current home as if she's stupid and doesn't understand that this will take time. What she is saying is, while we're taking that time, I will live at my house. And then, okay, only then that you have another place that we can move in together, that we pick out together, that we, you know, have decided we're going to go half on, or whatever the bill situation will be is not my business. But I'm just saying, she wants to feel like it also belongs to her. I think his control thing makes her feel like she's less comfortable in something that is exclusively his space. And it doesn't matter that you can turn it into something else. If she doesn't feel comfortable with it, that's it. And he's being an asshole about it because he's scared that this means that she's going to run and retreat. It's like, well, if you continue to act like an asshole, she will. Just understand where she's coming from. Even though y'all got married, y'all still don't really know each other like that. And yes, the relationship is good, but she's still trying to figure out how she feels about you. So no, she doesn't want to get rid of her place and move into yours. And the fact that you can't understand where she's coming from when you're so gung-ho about, you know, not moving into her place or, you know, whatever, like having your way. You're so gung-ho about having your way and you have no compromise with her about her feelings. And then you try to act as if she's the one that has the issue and the problem. Like, it's exhausting with the two of them. Later on, they go look at their wedding book And he flies her in a plane, and it's really cool, and they're loving on each other, and they have dinner, and she gives him a blanket with her face on it to take when he goes out of town. It's really cute. A little book of coupons for, you know, massages and all kind of like stuff to do in relationships. And once again, we have to talk about him being afraid that she's going to hurt him. And she said it nicely, but I feel like what she wanted to say to him is, in every relationship, there is a chance that you will get hurt, or that the relationship will disintegrate, or it won't work, you know, it won't work out, because disintegrate sounds, you know, it sounds harsh. But things change over time. People change over time, and they don't always grow together. And then sometimes people stay in relationships longer than they really should, and that makes the shit even worse. And then, you know, you're getting out of a toxic relationship like you saw your parents had. So at the end of the day, even though I understand he's afraid, when grown-ass people say that shit to me, I'm kind of like, well, there's always a risk. So what do you want to do? Do you want to fall in love and take the risk? Or do you want to play it safe and go home by yourself? Let's figure out and see what you want to do. Because, you know, there's no way that she's going to be able to lull that insecurity in you, because it doesn't have anything to do with her. Not really. It does, because she does give you the vibe that she may run. But I feel like this is kind of becoming like Bad Girls Club, some science experiment where we mentally abuse the cast members. Because I'm trying to understand why they put so many people who have certain proclivities or issues with people that have, like, you know, a fear of whatever their issue is. Like, Clara is so scared of not being loved. Ryan can't tell anybody he loves them. Okay? Then you get with Eric and Virginia. She doesn't like abandonment. You get her with somebody who's leaving half of the month. He's also controlling and not allowing her to be the free spirit that she is. Okay? Like, it's a lot of opposites. I mean, Paige and Chris, y'all can say whatever y'all want to. But honestly, they may be the most compatible, because outside of him being a fuckboy, she is prime, you know, rib for fuckboys. You know, they love using the Lord, you know, as a reason to be forgiven and allowed to continue with their bad behavior. They can blame demons and shit. You know, so that's fun. And then these women like Paige, who look at marriage as some sign from God, will continue to be stupid and gullible and put themselves through all types of unnecessary drama and pain for what the shit looks like instead of what it feels like. So Paige and Chris might have been the most perfect couple placed together, honestly. Vincent and Brianna, even though, yes, they are very great together, I sometimes wonder, is he going to beat her? I hope not. I like Vince, but there's a vibe. So y'all, back to Chris and Paige. So they meet up, and he got that same blue stripe pin suit on that he likes to wear everywhere. And they play pool, and he says that, you know, he's really more attracted to her now, and, you know, she's very beautiful, and he's feeling her, and he doesn't want to, you know, throw the marriage away. Like, he says all these things in a confessional. And then he turns around and has this conversation with Paige after she asks for consistency, where he makes her out to be the bad guy because she doesn't answer the phone every time he calls. And even though I can understand that, I feel like Paige feels probably as if she's made herself too available to him. So sometimes when she's busy or she has other things to do, instead of going out of her way to make sure she can answer his phone calls or calls him back, she decides to just let it ride. And if he wants to talk to her, he'll call again. Okay. Or he can text her. And then he says that he doesn't like to text and that she's not communicating adequately with him. And that's not, you know, what spouses are supposed to do. I'm like, this coming from the guy that has literally lied to this girl over and over and over again, therefore being a terrible communicator, sending mixed signals the entire time you've been dealing with him. And he has the audacity to dress her down and act as if the issues in their relationship lie in her lap. I cannot stand men like Chris, the Martell Holtz of the world. You can't deal with the fact that you have been revealed to the world as a fuckboy. You can't deal with it. So instead of taking the responsibility for your actions, you find some type of way to flip it on the woman and make it about what she's done, as if you don't know how terrible you've been to her. Like, I cannot. But Paige allowed this shit, y'all. Paige allowed for this shit. She gave him a clean slate when we told her not to. Okay? Paige gets really upset. All right. She's like, I have shit to do too. All right. And then he says that they are 100% disconnected. 5 minutes ago, they were enjoying each other's company and he was attracted to her. Now they're 100% disconnected. I said, boy, if you don't get out of my facial with the bullshit. Okay. She doesn't want to hang out outside of taping. I feel like that's not true. I feel like you're going to try to have sex with her every time y'all are together. So she doesn't want to be with you when y'all aren't on camera because you're going to try to have sex with her and she isn't ready to do that. And she probably can't tell you no. So what she does is she waits until y'all are taping because she knows that there are people around and he can't just put the moves on her. Based on the dates that he's picked, to me, it seems as if you just want Paige to be readily available for you to smash when you feel like it. And when she's not available to you, you have a fucking conniption. Okay, because you've gotten so used to her being readily available for you, like, you know, it's CC's Pizzas or some shit. And I guess she's starting to learn not to always give you what you want. Later on, Paige says that she's choosing herself when she has to sit through her wedding video with this asshole. So Vincent puts together this really adorable date for Brianna. Like, I loved it. Honestly, I thought it was really, really dope. He rented like a boathouse or something like that. And they kind of ate and talked about their relationship and had this beautiful background. He decorated it. They watched their wedding video. It was beautiful. And they talked about how they don't really feel like it's marriage. You know, it's so easy. I'm like, oh, that's because it's new. Child, that's because it's new. Give it a while. But either way, you guys, I have high hopes for Vincent and Brianna. They seem to be on a good foot this episode, but y'all know how they do. One episode, everything's great. The next episode, you don't know, like, what's going on with Vincent. So anyway, you guys, that was Married at First Sight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and the rest of the Ladies First panel, where we really get into Married at First Sight, along with Sisters and Basketball Wives and Delilah and Queen Sugar. It's me, Niecy Dixon on YouTube, Jamie It's Me on YouTube, and Jay Lee's Corner on YouTube. So you make sure you follow them and you check out our panel on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Mwah!